All right. Let's see if we're back. We're definitely trying here. So, all right. I apologize for that. We do have storms in the area and we lost power briefly. So, I think we're good though. All right. All right. So, I got obviously a little caught up in the power reboot here, but we were exploring the Amulet of the Whirlwinds, yes?
Yes.
All
Which we
right.
figured out and heard all about.
Yes.
I'm not sure
You
that
just missed it.
everybody else heard all
Heard
about
it.
it. So let's repeat that just in case. I know I missed it and maybe somebody else missed it, but let's go ahead and repeat that.
Okay.
Okay. So the amulet is the amulet of whirlwinds. It has 9 charges, and it is powered by a piece of Jinn magic, so like genie magic. And once it runs out of power, it just becomes a normal amulet. And it has the ability to create whirlwinds that can like throw people or restrain them up in them. So it's a powerful amulet.
I can tell all of you this. Somebody, whoever put that scarab where it is, they put that amulet there with it on purpose.
We should put the scarab in a whirlwind.
What?
Dr.
I
Helen,
bet
you're
that's
very
why it's.
smart.
I bet that's why it's
like where
flying.
you're going with that.
Was it all wrapped in the carpet? Like, I mean, did it feel like, basically it wasn't like sitting on an altar or anything like that. It was just kind of stuffed in a carpet and
Yes.
left in the corner?
Yeah.
Because, that sort of suggests someone was already carrying it off or something.
Oh, you're
So,
right.
are you suggesting we're supposed to use all these items in tandem?
No, I think he's suggesting that somebody like got caught up when they were trying to use all of them in tandem.
I was just
No?
going to say that if we're going to get on
Yeah.
that magic carpet in a whirlwind, I'm going to need some of that dwarven herb.
Well, I don't think this carpet can carry all of you guys.
What?
Or was this person trying to acquire something else in addition to these items?
I don't know. Beats me. I just want to get back to Chentoufi.
He may not have been the first person sent to recover it. I think, in fact, we already heard that we weren't. Didn't we have a suggestion last time that we were like the second group sent to find it?
That's right. He did say that.
Oh.
We did. And we did see piles of bones. We forgot. We forgot to mention Harry's
Unfortunately, I did not forget those.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw that out there. But
All
also,
right, well-
do you think this thing might be cursed? Rusty,
No,
do you think this might be cursed?
I do not
Shira is a goddess of light.
agree.
But
I
maybe-
think if
maybe
we stole it
never-
and abused its power,
What?
I think if we abused its power, we might invite a curse. But I
That's
do
what I
not
mean.
think it is
Yes.
cursed in and of itself.
Like, I mean, I know we all like being adventurers and we all like, showing our skills at being able to retrieve items that are difficult to retrieve for most normal mortals. But I think it's also important to know what we have our hands on before we hand it over.
So when we return to town, can the small one find out more information? Looks over at Sakim.
Yeah, absolutely.
Small one.
I mean, and we can also make copies for everybody to get some, and we'll have like a team,
Very well.
little logo here that we can work with.
And I have a library card, so that's really all you need.
That is a powerful item.
Yep.
Obviously, a sorcerer of your skill, it is no surprise that you would wield such power.
The local libraries do have some esoteric books that have some severe value. I mean, have a lot of knowledge. So I'll happily
Knowledge
help
is
with that.
valuable.
Absolutely.
Knowledge is very valuable.
All right, Sofax, did you see
Well-
the message that I sent you in Fantasy Grounds?
Nope.
So
Actually, hold on.
you can send whispers to other people in Fantasy Grounds.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so I did
I
that.
Thank you
also
very much.
have another pendant that.
Oh, what?
What?
I
What?
have another pendant.
What did you do while we were all trying to like save? We were trying to fight for our lives. You were
I thought
looting the
everybody
place.
knew.
Mm-hmm.
You were surviving. I was achieving goals, okay? I get things done.
That's true.
Uh,
just-
Shade.
I have a bright, strangely shaped red gem held by a shard of bone shaped like a hand and arm, hanging from a fine gold chain.
Wait,
Sort of
wait,
bone does not
someone's
sound especially Boucherin.
Yeah, so this one
That's
is
right.
probably evil.
Because we did find that the temple had been, it looked like it had been desecrated
yeah.
by an outside force with bones and evil looking stuff.
Can I make
So
an Arcana
perhaps this
check
is related to that.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I'm familiar with this god or religion or group who is desecrated and is associated with bones
Yes,
and
you
undead?
may. And I will also allow, since you've shown it to the rest of the party, I think that it's a possibility that Dr. Helleth might recognize this as well. So, Dr. Helleth, would you please also give me a. Let me look at this. All right, Dr. Helleth, you need to give me a.
What?
Give me a religion check, Dr. Helleth. Okay?
With some guidance sand.
With some guidance, and you can choose that for one of them, okay?
Oh, cool. So with guidance, I get how much?
It's a D4, so
You roll it.
Am
I
I-
roll it.
Am I also still getting some dwarven guidance?
only one of you can get it. So, Lager, you need to negotiate with your two people. Which one's going to get the guidance?
Helith can have the guidance. I had it last time.
All right,
Take
that's fair
turns,
enough.
share.
Yep. So, Heleth, why don't you go ahead and roll an additional D4? Yep.
Okay, so I rolled. Wait, yes, I rolled 16, and that
Mhm.
didn't already include it yet. Okay, so I
Right.
can roll additional
So
D4.
you roll a D4. Yep.
Whoops. Oh, no. Okay. That's fun because you're actually rolling the dice. That's why it's kind of fun, you know. Never mind. Oh, I got a.
I have a cat.
You didn't. I'll do it again. Do you see that? It rolled a
You-
4. I was
That's
trying
okay.
to roll it.
No,
But you can
look,
see it.
if
Okay.
you're doing it, you could do it with your own dice, or you can do it however you want. That's
Okay.
fine. We trust you. We're all here having fun. All right. So you get a dirty 20, and
Yeah.
that definitely tells you that you've seen this type of amulet or this type of pendant before. This is actually
Okay.
a periapt of health. Okay. And you
Oh.
know that despite its ominous appearance, that anyone
Yes.
who is wearing it is actually immune to disease when they are wearing this. If you have a disease, it will stop. It won't get rid of it, but it would stop the progression of any disease, suppress it as well. So it is a definitely something that's a little bit interesting to look at, but definitely valuable, to the
Yes.
users. Okay.
What is disease?
It's like if you get rabies.
Or syphilis.
I was going to ask, does that
I
work on all
don't
diseases?
understand. What are these things?
Yeah, you're gonna have to keep trying. Rusty needs a little bit more help than that.
Rusty, we're going to have to take you out, bud.
It's like a rash, Rusty.
Hey guys, there's a problem with our audio.
No.
Yep. Hold on just a second.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
look at this. There's a problem with
blame
the
the
audio.
rogue.
They're hearing me, and they're not hearing you right now. So let's
Oh,
look
wow.
at this. All right. All right.
What a hateful thing to do. They just hear you? Oh,
I know.
I know
Is that-
that's
What is with all
torture.
this shade?
I mean,
Nice.
it's
Starting with me on your mouth. I love it though.
Yeah.
I like shade.
it is true
It's
since since it was heard in chat, I will point out that Alicia did claim the right of being DM while you dropped.
Oh,
So
yeah.
When you were
she
gone,
really
I
been
took
over,
taking over
Garner.
here.
Uh-huh.
Took over.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
And what happened in
what?
chat when?
Usurpation.
Yeah,
I was
clearly.
like, don't even make it back to
well,
the
we thought
city.
you were gone. Someone had to assume
Somebody,
authority.
I have no
Yeah.
problem with that. That's definitely okay. But
I'm good with being the guy
Way.
behind the throne.
Yep.
That
We
is
kept
So
we kept going. We felt safe. It was great,
Yeah, we kept going. We did.
except that we were not on air.
so again, I think the challenge is that my OBS, which is the streaming software, totally got shut down in the reboot, and it
Okay.
may not be showing things
Oh.
properly, and it may not
Okay.
be directing the output properly. So, all right.
You may have to reboot and then re-add
Right.
us again.
I've actually seen in chat now, they say that they can hear everyone now too. So that looks
okay,
good.
good.
Oh,
Okay, we're back.
yay,
Yep.
Yay!
All right.
Yay.
Very good. All
Go
right.
team
We
Dervish,
did
man.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right. So
Okay, so we're an hour in, and we have identified 2 amulets, and we're still a day from getting back to
Well,
returning our other amulet. Is
really,
that
I
correct?
think the next main thing is that if anybody needs to, in their long rest, change up any of the spells that they have prayed for or memorized, that's probably a
Yeah.
very good thing to do.
Okay,
It is
good
also the
question.
case that you guys can figure
Oh.
out who would best benefit from your Amulet of Whirlwinds or your Periapt of Health. Both of those. And the easiest thing to do, Sofax, is to actually drag something that you're not going to keep back to the party sheet inventory. Right, so you open up the party sheet and you go to the inventory tab, and you can drag things straight from your inventory to that. Okay.
Oh, I
Ooh,
see it.
that's
I
cool.
see it.
All right.
Okay.
Cool, yeah.
And
So, is any one of us diseased?
not at this
What?
time.
That's a very
Rusty-
personal question.
Nobody has revealed any
Rusty
diseases
is-
to anybody else. Let's put it that way.
Any one of them. Disease.
Mhm.
Rusty is
Uh.
immune to disease, so I definitely have no interest in that item.
That's right.
Again,
Rusty.
you organic people and your weird, squishy, rashy skin.
Oh my god, so fast.
Nice. Okay, so all right. If
So I'll definitely pass on the pendant.
mm-hmm. All
I
right.
don't care about any of these items, so I will pass.
Well, I would like to lobby for myself to carry the amulet of disease and sickness, not because I'm saying anything about myself, but as,
You would
as
know
the medical doctor.
how to use it. There you go. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, as
You
the
are a
medical here.
doctor. Yeah.
Mhm.
So at the end of the day, I'm a doctor.
Okay. And
And I
for
will be
you
able
to
to-
grab it, though, Dr. Helleth, open up the party sheet, which if you
Got
look in the upper right-hand corner under Tools, it's the second icon. That first icon is the combat tracker, which you know that one. But the second one is the party sheet, and then on the party sheet, look at the inventory. And then you can just drag that to your character sheet on the inventory tab. Okay?
My character sheet, I see the inventory tab, and I'm going
Yep.
to go. Oops. It's like the whole thing. Hold on. I see it. Oh, cool.
There it goes. Very good.
God.
You see it?
Okay.
Yay. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
And
Perfect.
so, Sofax, are you holding on to the Amulet of Whirlwinds?
I think I'm going to do that. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Now, who should we have carry the Scarab of Bushira? I think it should be. Well, there are two logics to this. We can have the strongest person hold it, or we can have
Yeah,
one of the
I
magic
think
users
so.
hold it because we're more in the back and we are less likely to get attacked.
Well, the
I am
other
happy to
option,
hold it if you would like.
the other option would be stealth. I mean, maybe. If
But
we
then you
spend
might
it-
sell it.
I think the big guy
Just-
should hold it.
I think he's right.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. I mean, not only because Rusty is the strongest, but also because if us taking that particular scarab from the tomb now curses the wearer or holder
Yeah,
of
there
the,
you go.
he won't have, nothing will happen to him because he's not.
Sure.
Well,
I can
maybe
accept that logic.
Yeah.
we may even
I
have
certainly
a
can't
better
get a
argument.
disease.
Yeah.
If anybody has a disease, I will do my best to try to cure you of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, got it.
Yeah,
All right,
I
Rusty?
accept the logic that if I'm cursed by a disease, it won't bother me, so I will take it. Yes, what do I do?
Yeah.
That scarab is also in the inventory, the party inventory. So you also can go to the party sheet and then to the inventory tab of the party sheet. And
I'm figuring
again,
that out right now. Inventory. Got it.
Mhm.
Scarab of
And-
Bushera.
yeah, but you will want to open your character sheet and go to the inventory
Mhm.
tab of your character sheet so that you can drag it right there.
It's kind of cool.
Understood. Okay, trying that now.
Very good.
And
I
I
see
think
you
it
did
worked.
it. Yes.
Okay.
Excellent.
Magic.
Mhm.
All right. So, any additional, changes or anything before you
I'm-
get to talk to the person to whom you are supposed to meet with to deliver the scarab? No,
Yes,
sir?
I'm going to make one spell change. I'm
Okay.
just trying to decide what to drop. I'm going to drop, I think. Hang on just one second. I think I will drop, if I can, looks like magic weapon. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to drop magic weapon and add zone of truth.
Okay.
Okay. Keep everything I have for now. Yeah. Let me keep everything I have
And
for now.
that does it. And is the amulet of Bushera something I can attune to?
It is not.
Okay,
Or
then I will not.
you are not able to figure out
Aware
how
of it.
to, yeah. If it is,
Understood.
you're not able to figure out how to specifically do that. Okay.
All right, I'm all set.
All right. So you are all able to make it back to town, and you have some rooms that have been reserved to you by your benefactor. Do you want to go to those rooms?
Yeah.
Did we just have a long rest? No.
I'm going to give you another long rest, just because
Okay.
Rusty just did what he did with the spells. But yes, I had
Okay.
given you one. So you've actually nobody's used any spells since then,
Mm-mm.
and
Mm-mm.
I have given you full health and full spells from your
Okay.
rest.
Well-
Okay,
Well,
Thank
is
you.
excellent.
is there a bar? Is there something to eat? My human mother talked to me about something called happy hour.
I would love that actually.
I can eat.
That would be a good stop before we go to our rooms.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
So there are actually
Well-
multiple places that you could duck into, but some of them, on the fancier side, some of them on the quieter side. But you've got plenty of coin to take care of any needs that you might have.
Yeah. Does anybody have any recommendations, perhaps? I mean, don't we live in this city?
Well, so the only one who is really from the city is Sofax.
Okay.
Lager's been around and Huntress has been around. Sakim has been here a long while as well, though. So between Sofax and Sakim, those are the two that know it better than anybody else. So and both of those know the area well enough to know that these places have better food than not. These places are quieter than others. I would tell you that Sakim's probably better at identifying the quieter places, and Sofax is better at identifying the higher quality from a food standpoint.
I do
Well-
say that
Sofax thinks that the university cafeteria is really very nice.
What?
Right by the library.
It's actually the Grand Library, yes.
The
So-
or
Grand
the student
Library.
center. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
But perhaps we should go
Nutritious.
to it.
Well, just outside of our hotel, actually right down the street, there's a market vendor who has the best falafel.
Like a
And
food
there's
truck. Look what a
well,
food
a
truck.
cart. I mean,
A
he's got like
food
a little
cart.
wooden
Yeah.
cart.
Wagon.
But the oil's hot. He cooks excellent falafel, and there's the sauce. Oh my god, the tzatziki is just it's the best.
Really.
And
Hmm.
if you guys wanted, y'all could eat there. I mean, it is a walk and talk kind of food place, but if you wanted to eat there, I could check out our rooms and make sure nobody's waiting on us.
Why would someone be waiting on
I
us?
will check out the rooms. When you put food inside, it always comes out again.
Especially with you around, sir.
Oh God.
All right. So how are we going to
Rusty
go about?
Is willing.
Go ahead, Rusty.
Go ahead. Oh, I was just gonna say, Rusty is willing to stay with Sakim to check out the rooms, unless Sakim is saying, "Oh no, you're going to do it so stealthily that Rusty would just be in the way." In which case, I would stay downstairs and
I think that's a
be
fantastic
within
idea.
shouting distance.
I think that's a fantastic
Okay.
idea. I say we get a falafel for me to go, and you just your presence alone and your might will probably draw enough of a distraction that I can go up into our rooms and check and make sure nobody's left us any kind of nasty surprises. And
Sounds good.
And then from there I can come back down and I will give you a signal if I need help. It's going to be rather high pitched and screamy, and
Okay.
and you just come running.
Mm.
I will definitely stand in the common room and ask people about vengeance and draw a lot of attention.
You know, because you could tell them the religious importance of vengeance. You know, I mean, it's in quite
Exactly,
a few.
it's
Mm.
is the driving force.
And you know what? They probably need to know about it. I mean,
Yeah.
and I would stay and hear it, but I think I have a responsibility to the party to go upstairs and just make sure everything's okay.
All
Do
right.
people
course.
usually
Go do it
wait
then.
for you? Go ahead, Sofax. What did you say?
Go do it.
This image that I just shared with you guys is from the stuff that Luke had published, but it's
Nice.
great because we got the dwarf in there. We've got a little bit of everything, right? So anyway, this is a picture down on the street. The falafel cart is right behind, right in front of all of these adventurers that are right there as well too. So, all right. So I really do like the idea, Rusty and Sakim, what you guys came up with. I think that's totally legit. So Sakim, I will give you advantage on your stealth check for this. Okay.
Nice.
Woo!
Yeah.
I will take it.
Rusty, you are acting as a crowd draw.
An effective
I'm
one.
doing the help action.
That's right.
Are you do like street performing? Or you're just going to tell
No,
fantastical stories in the street?
Yes.
That's what he's going to do.
So it's
He's
not
preaching
technically a common room.
Okay.
Where this is it's more like different apartments that are built on different levels. But there is a open area downstairs, right where
Okay.
stairs go up to multiple other apartments, and that's where Rusty is standing, asking all sorts of very let's say attention drawing questions of everybody that's standing around. Not that he's not already certainly drawing attention
Right.
just by his appearance, but now he's asking things that sometimes make some people uncomfortable to think about. So
Slightly offensive, interesting questions.
I would
right?
say just mildly offensive, not bad.
Mildly
bad
offensive.
yeah. That's right.
What
All right.
is it you wish to avenge? Surely there is something. What wrong has been done to you?
Everybody's looking around like, did I do something that's going to demand avenge, right? To be avenged. A lot of people looking over their shoulders right now, Rusty.
All
All
right.
right.
So I do several things first.
Mhm.
Before we get started with this, I would like to lean up against the dwarf and be like, "Hey, man, do you got any more of that nice sand?
Absolutely. I got you, man.
You tuck a little in my pocket here.
Little
All
pocket sand for you. It's good stuff.
Thank you. And then I go and I take my keffiyeh off and I put it at the feet of the warforged, so the street preacher can maybe collect us a couple of coins. and sneak up to the to our apartments.
All right. No issues. All right.
Would you like the stealth check in the tower or out in the open?
It is out in the open is just fine. Go ahead with
Okay.
that.
Oh Lord!
Wow.
Jeez.
And that was with advantage.
And got another +1.
Wow, but you have a
Goodness.
plus 20?
Mhm.
Oh, I
I
think you're
shouldn't.
including. Do you still have a plus 10 from when we
Yeah,
Oh, I
got,
bet he
I think we
does.
need
I
to.
bet he
Yeah,
does.
we need to drop that.
All right. So it's actually
So I got a 15.
Yeah,
Or
it's actually
16, actually, with
16. Yeah,
16.
with the modifier. Yes, it's a 16. Very good. All right. So
Good catch.
Yep.
I
right.
meanwhile, I'm apparently being very, very compelling. Actually, out on the street.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
Breakdancing.
Sakim, you are trying to sneak up. I need a perception check from you as well, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Also out in the open, sir.
Yeah. All
A little
right.
bit better.
Yeah, definitely a little bit better. So, as you approach the door to your apartment, you do realize that it looks to be a little bit ajar.
All right. I'd like to listen
Okay.
and just kind of see if I can hear somebody rummaging around, hear
Okay.
if they're trying to do something.
Yeah. All right. So, because it's listening, give me an additional perception. Well, actually, this is fine. The 18 for both of those is just
Okay.
fine. You don't hear much noise, but there is maybe somebody making a little bit of noise, feet kind of sliding on the floor, maybe something like that.
All right. I'm gonna be a little bit curious instead of wise, and I'm gonna kind of give it a little peek.
All right. So when you peek, you see the following gentleman inside your apartment. He is not messing with any of your stuff. He is leaning up against one of the columns that separates kind of the living area from the one of the work areas there.
Oh, we got
I
nice
can't tell.
rooms.
Is that an eye patch or a monocle?
Monocle. Yes.
Okay.
But
A
none of the
monopatch.
rest
Nice.
of you are there, and none of the rest of you see
Oh,
this.
I understand. I was just
yeah.
asking as an observer, as Keith.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. All right. But he doesn't seem to be like setting traps or
Nope.
anything like that, and he's the only one we see.
Seems to be waiting. Yes.
All right. Then I sneak back downstairs and go and report to the team that we do have somebody waiting in our room, but he doesn't seem to be, setting up his forces or anything like that. He's just waiting on us.
What?
Yeah. So we could. Normally in this situation, what I would do is I would just find different accommodations, but ultimately we can always go have our Warforged take a talk with him and just see if maybe he needs to calm down.
Wait,
I
are
think
these
that's
our
mostly-
rooms? Like they've already been established? Like we've slept there before?
Yes.
Our
Yeah,
stuff
you
isn't
were-
there?
Mm-hmm. So you've got there's not much stuff. I mean, these were provided by your benefactor, the person who sent you on this, search for the scarab. But and you didn't leave anything of value that significant value there. But you left a few different accoutrements around while things that weren't expensive, but you didn't need to carry it into the desert, right? So
I would be happy to speak with him, but someone else would probably be wise to take the amulet. If I am going into the room with him, I should not be carrying this.
Okay, I can take on that responsibility.
I think
heck no.
Huntress
You
should
hand it to
carry
me.
it.
Or
Huntress should carry it.
Or I can. Yeah.
Definitely Huntress
I will
is
give
the
it to
I
second.
mean, I'm
I
definitely
can
willing to
hold-
help out here.
The
I mean,
Huntress.
I can hold on to it, Rusty, and give it
All right.
back to you.
Yep.
You give it to
Nobody
Huntress.
ever
All
said
right.
that Sakim wasn't willing to help, nor is he
Team player. Team player.
definitely team player. And you're persistent. Definitely
Just
persistent.
promise not to sell it.
All right. So Huntress, I think
Okay,
they gave
so
it to you, though.
we can see.
Okay.
Yeah,
Always
we can see
angling
if
for that
if
inspiration.
if you give it back to me right after this, we'll just not worry about it. If you hold on to it, I'll move it to your inventory. But sure, if we all sort of want to head over there,
Yeah.
Rusty is happy to be the one who goes up to the room and walks into the room, but I assume everyone else can be within earshot,
Yeah.
just in case it goes poorly.
Rusty, are you going
But
to
I'm
try
happy to throw open the door and stride in.
Okay. I was going to say, are you going to try to be stealthy? That means no.
No.
Oh.
Can you give me a little sand there? Because I'm actually going to do some intimidation walking into the room.
It's the wings.
Oh well, let's see that. Let's see the thing.
Can I use
Okay, well,
Druidcraft to make
15.
him glow?
Can you use what, Logger?
Druidcraft to make him glow a little bit?
Oh, sure. Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually
If
Rusty.
that counts as inspiration, I'm at not
Yep.
inspiration. If it counts as guidance, then I have a 16.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So you kind of start off
I'm just trying to make
maybe
an
a little
entrance.
frog in your throat, but you get beyond that frog in your throat, and your booming voice comes out as soon as you walk in. What do you say to this guy?
Why are you in our rooms?
Well, he kind of takes a step back, so you think maybe you had an effect on him there, but he also collects himself very quickly and kind of raises his eyebrow at you, the one that's not holding the monocle in place. He says that I understand that you and your compatriots have developed a little bit of a reputation. You've had maybe a successful trip. And he is looking for people that have definitely those types of capabilities about them. He's not looking for anybody who, let's say, is either overly cautious nor somebody who is kind of incapable. So looking for somebody to do some work.
I say, speak the truth, and cast a zone of truth as my runes sigils along my armor glow.
Okay.
Do not lie.
I back away a little bit.
Do you mean us harm?
He says, I mean you no harm.
Are you seeking to make us betray our former patron?
He says, I am not asking anything of you related to your former patron. He says, an age ago, there was a powerful artifact called the Oculus of Senrabah. He says it was created by the Idrisid Empire, and it helped them discover great mystical secrets. He says, my search has led me to this city, but I have yet to come up with any clues here to locate it. I have heard people whisper of your skills and resourcefulness in such matters. Will you help me?
What is it you offer us?
Well, he says, I can offer you at least 500 gold suns for helping me locate the Oculus. And that's the equivalent of the gold suns are what they call their gold pieces.
Sure, fair enough.
We're in high demand. This is amazing.
So just double checking as Keith, what we're saying is this guy has just come in completely unrelated to our previous job, aside from he's heard our reputation.
As far as you can tell right now.
A new job.
Yeah.
Yep. insight? Like, do I have a bad feeling from him or anything? 16.
So you've got, it's not a bad feeling, but you feel like there's something more here.
He's sussy.
What would you do with the Oculus if you found it?
He,
Like he's gonna answer honestly.
yeah, well, no, he's in a zone of truth.
He's in a zone of truth.
So if he answers,
okay.
he answers truthfully in a
Okay.
zone of truth. He says, "I'm not sure that I am at liberty to discuss what happens to it at that point." And he's not trying to.
You work for someone else? Or you represent someone else in this?
He starts to shake his head, and you hear "yes" come out of his mouth. And he's kind of surprised
Yes.
at
And
that
is
point.
your patron.
So he is surprised at that point that he answered yes. So.
You do not wish to bring vengeance upon you. Who is your patron? Who are we truly working for if we serve you?
He
Anyone
says,
else wants to jump in here, by the way. I mean, it's
Yep.
clear it's not a fight. So
yeah, well, he says, I shouldn't disclose at this time who the patron is.
Very well.
I lean in and I
And
say,
actually, patron isn't the word that he uses. He uses the word benefactors, plural, benefactors.
understood. Sure. Let me. I will say, it seems to me you have made a fair offer. Stay, and I will call my compatriots. I have no use of these sons you describe, but it may be of interest to them. Comrades, come! You know, and call you all in because I want to keep him here because
Yeah,
he's
let's
zone of
go on.
truth.
Yeah.
So we got him in a zone of truth. So if anyone else has questions, I will just share. He wishes to pay you 500 gold suns to retrieve an artifact for people he will not name, but he says that it does not put us in opposition to our current benefactor.
And you know
Okay.
for a fact he's telling the truth. Right.
I peek my head in
That
from the
is
hallway
correct.
and I say, I definitely like the idea about the gold suns. I was just trying to stay out here outside the zone of truth. Sorry, I'm going to take a step back. I'll come back to you guys in a bit.
Let me check on Zone of Truth. I think I can. It only affects the people I choose it to affect, but I could be wrong about that. It could be anyone who stands in it is affected.
Oh. Sakim.
Because then we can get some good, like, random personal, revelations. Unfortunately, we haven't been around long enough to have shocking discoveries. Does anyone have anything they want to ask this guy?
What artifact are we finding
is your
again? What artifact are we looking for again? And what does it do?
So it is called the Oculus of Senrabah. He does not, he says, I do not know what all it can do.
So why do you want it then if you don't know what it does? I mean,
Did we ask him the question? How did he know about us? Who told him about us?
We have not asked him yet. He said word got around just of our deeds, but we certainly could. Who specifically informed you of our activities? It has not been very long since we returned to the city. And
he says
speaking,
that,
by the way, yes.
He says that each of the groups, he says that he heard about you from contacts through his benefactor, but that everybody's got sources, and many people now know that you've returned.
We are
even though
grand
you've just
heroes
returned
of
today.
renowned.
Yeah, that's it.
Our deeds are legend. Yes.
I was
and
trying
also,
to
by
sneak
the way,
back
the
into
zone of
town,
truth.
Rusty.
Yeah, well, the zone of truth, by the way, does affect anybody within a 15-foot radius. So just bear in mind if you should be telling the truth in the room if that comes to it. So
That's right.
certainly,
Let's step back
Sakim, stay out in the hallway.
100 feet.
Yes.
I'm just going to get some air.
Rusty just looks to Sofax and says, this one wishes to pay us 500 gold suns to retrieve an artifact for people unknown. This appears to be what we do. Do you wish to take this
Yeah.
job?
Sounds like a solid job. I'm down.
The last time we found a thing, we found other things of value as well. So perhaps that will happen this time as well.
Okay, so Fax, this is going to be a little bit harder than some of the others, but I want you to give me a check. Let's see, do we want it to be, I think it should probably be Arcana. So give me an Arcana check, just straight up. There's no time for
Aw,
Lager to
a 4.
drop anything on you. You just heard him say
Not
something.
great.
So. Yeah, you've not heard of this Oculus of Sinrabah. So you're gonna have to do a
Okay.
little research.
Yep. Down to the library it is.
Lager comes in and says, I've got Sane in some really uncomfortable places right now, and it itch and it burns, and wait, I mean, I'm in for more treasure hunting, and I back up.
It sounds like it. Do you have any information to start with, or do you expect us to do all of the research to locate it?
He says, I can tell you what has not worked. He says that he has, looked in the some of the darker places across Chentoufi, expecting that maybe there was a special cellar or set of sewers or anything, because somehow this thing is supposed to be hidden here in the city, and he cannot find anything that
Why do you believe it to be hidden in the city?
Additional other places in the city as well.
All right.
Why?
I think we should
why
accept
do you
this job
believe-
and just head down to the library to research, Best
Sounds
place.
very well. We expect 200 gold suns in advance.
250 is half.
I thought we got 30% last time.
We're going to get 50% this time. This is getting more dangerous. This is a lot harder.
We acquire 250 gold suns in advance.
All right, Rusty, you want to use intimidation or persuasion?
I think for this guy, intimidation.
Do I have a chance to help him on this, hearing him say that?
I'll let you.
I have a +8 in persuasion.
Ooh.
I'm super proficient.
If you want to step in, go ahead. I have a +6 on intimidation, so your call. If you want to step in, Rusty is certainly happy to I believe he knows you well enough to know that this is a point that you would potentially that you're more of a negotiator and he's more of a scary guy. So sure, I'm happy to sort of glance to you and have you step in. And can I essentially use the help action by basically being the bad cop here? So Sofax is going to try and persuade, and I'm going to sort of stand, towering
I think
over
that
him.
if you want to play the bad cop, you can do an intimidation check, and that'd be okay. And Sofax, he can do a persuasion check.
Got it.
Okay, so you could do them independently.
So we're
but-
doing both, and we'll see which
Lager,
lands.
you can give one of them.
Nice.
I think
I'll
I'm
go with
doing
Sofax.
well. I think we're both doing okay. I
Right.
think you don't need to worry too much about it.
30, 25.
I think that
Filthy dirty.
yes, I think that he will gladly give you half of the payment up front. So he thinks that that's a deal. He
All
says
right.
he doesn't say you should have asked for more, but
That was like perfect. That was like a classic buddy cop film from the 80s. Good cop, bad cop, maximum efficiency. Love it.
That's right.
Is there anything else you can give us that will be useful information before you depart?
He says,
As
I don't
you
have
wish
to
to help us
depart right
succeed.
now either. He says that I can, potentially, walk around with you a little bit, and we can, we can try to. You take the lead, as I'm employing you to do this. But he says
What
I
are
don't
your
I don't have to
skills?
leave all of a sudden.
What time of day is it?
It's mid morning right now. Actually,
Okay,
late morning. So yeah.
so we can go to the library.
Yes. What are your
We did have
skills if you
falafel,
are going
right?
to be around
Oh yeah.
us?
Say that again, Rusty.
What are your skills if you are going to be accompanying us? We should know if you are capable of protecting yourself or
He
if we
says
must
I'm very
protect
capable
you
of
from
protecting
danger.
myself, but I'm smarter than uh, the average adventurer. So I might be able to help identify
Well,
some things
thank
that are
you
going
very
on.
much.
So.
As are we.
I am
Mm-hmm.
I am not comfortable with this new addition to our party. How do we know that he's not with us trying to steal some of the items that we have acquired so far?
Oh, it's true. We have to keep an eye on him, Huntress. That's a very
Hmm.
good thing to bring up. Do you sense
Do you
anything? Are you
intend
sensing anything?
to steal from us or betray? Are you joining us to betray us?
I keep walking down the hall.
I'm already in the next building, okay? I'm not even in the. He has that zone of truth of how it's not even in the building
Yep.
anymore.
He
It's
says
15 feet.
I don't even know what you have.
We have nothing. You hear from 4
If
buildings
we
away.
had
You can't
something of
say that.
value,
You're in the
would you
zone of
attempt
truth.
to
Oh
steal?
no, you backed out, didn't you?
Yep.
So you're not going to hear and be
Yep.
able to tell them, Dr. Helen. So anyway, Rusty, go ahead.
If we had something of value, would you attempt to steal it from us?
Maybe. And he's shocked that he says that.
So glad I'm not there.
Very
Maybe
well.
so.
He's like, I mean, no. And he
What?
does say that afterwards. Like he's been caught and he's like, nope, I would not do it. I won't do it.
All right.
I definitely won't do it. So you know that he is not
Understand.
intending to steal anything from you.
Right.
Amateur hour rogues.
Understand that if you accompany us, it is for your own end because we are trying to find what you seek. But if you betray us, we will take vengeance, and I take vengeance very seriously. And like all his armor, like
Well,
glows.
this is carryover from your
Oh
intimidation
my
check,
gosh.
and
Yeah.
he
All right.
takes another step back, and he's like, I understand. I just need you to find the Oculus of
Yes.
Senrabah for me.
All right.
So
Okay.
Well, Rusty is gonna take a step back and turn the spotlight here over to people who are going to be doing research and such like that. If do you want to give me the amulet back, Huntress, or do you want to continue to hold on to it?
Sure, I'll give it back to you. Seems like you have protected
Okay.
it well so far. And you're the biggest
All right.
guy.
So
okay,
we'll leave it in my, so it's in my inventory right now. So.
Okay.
yep.
Let's go to the
So
library.
brainy people, figure
We
this
are-
out.
Yep, we are right at halfway through tonight, and I want to make sure that I know we kind of got an impromptu break earlier, but I want to make sure that we have a chance to take another quick break right now as well too.
Yeah.
So I think now is a very good time to actually do that. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
So
Okay.
let us take
Nice.
a very short break, and we
Yep,
will be right
very
back.
Yep.
All right, just as a reminder, we do have a number of additional sponsors, and we've got a little slideshow in the middle of our stream with some of those sponsors' names. But we will put the links to each of the sponsors in our description of the stream as well too. So we really appreciate all that Troll Lord and um, all the others are doing with us. I think some of you may have heard some of our announcements this week that some of the original IP from Gary Gygax is now able to be reprinted. So we're really excited for that coming up too. So, all right, and if you want in on the drawings today, you need to put a exclamation point and then GC giveaway is what you need to put in the chat. So we're still looking for that first natty 20 to give away that first set of dice. So hopefully it'll come pretty quickly. All right. All right. You are entered Chad. You are entered Aaron. All right. Very good. All right. And in Fantasy Grounds, y'all, we have the ability to actually put a little it's a survey. Vote/vote. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm gonna get something to drink real quick.
Okay. And so when you're back, though, you check that checkbox in Fantasy Grounds, and you can obviously let the DM and everybody else know that they're back. And Smiteworks, who publishes Fantasy Grounds, is also one of our sponsors, so we thank them as well.
Should we refresh how people can, since we had to start a new stream, how they can play the game?
Actually,
or how
I
they
did that
get the giveaways?
literally just a second ago. I did that. So.
Oh, sorry, missed it.
Yep, that's okay. I appreciate your reminding me.
2 steps ahead of me, like always. 2 steps in 20 years. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you're at least 40 years older than me, something like that.
Yeah, right.
Oh, jeez. What is with the shade tonight? It's me
Yeah. He's very good at casting it, so
I'm pretty much his little brother, so I have to give him grief.
Shade is funny, so feel free to shade me to death. I think
it's family shade at this point.
It is.
Are we back yet? No, we're not.
Yeah, we're back. We're back.
We're back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
So, no urgency here. We're making good time today. Yeah. All right.
Well, as long as the Warforged isn't yelling at me, I don't feel any urgency.
We're all listening at the door like, why did we let him do this again? Mm-hmm. We live?
Command, hurry.
Yes, we are. Mm-hmm.
Side note, I just had chips for the first time in like 2 weeks because I got my wisdom teeth removed.
Oh, ow.
Mm-hmm. Eating chips is so awesome.
They really are.
But what kind of chips?
They're kind of.
What kind of chips?
People think they're gross. It's everything but the bagel chips from Trader Joe's.
No, absolutely. No, those are awesome. Yeah. Love them.
I'm a fan. I like them.
I never had them.
No doubt.
So they're like pita chips, or
no? They're potato chips, but
like with everything bagel seasoning on them.
So, given how many people are saying they like them, do we need to go get Trader Joe's as a sponsor?
To sponsor us, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So Trader Joe's, if you're listening.
Troll Lord Chuck.
We'll take you.
Troll Lord Chuck and I have already agreed that we both need to get Dr. Pepper to be a sponsor too. So,
well, we also need some.
Hey, I'm into that.
We need some of their cookie dough spread from Trader Joe's.
Ooh. Yep.
Ooh, that's like
there you go.
That is oof.
Yep. Ooh,
that is like heavenly.
That
stuff is heavenly.
There we go.
All right, so We
You
got
need wheels
in.
on the side for that wheelchair there, buddy.
People have to check if they're back, right? Or something like
Whoa,
that.
whoa!
They did. Oh,
More
yeah.
shade. Just throwing it, huh? All right.
I love it.
I'll pay for it later. I know.
You will. You will. All of a sudden, a maw opens up in the floor below Sakim, and no.
You're in a permanent zone of truth.
DM justice.
Yep, it's a
This
little
week
bit,
on Dwarven Justice.
a little bit harsher than Dwarven Justice's
A
DM
whole lot.
Justice. That's right.
I love
All
it.
right. So, where would we like to go next? We still have another thing that needs to be closed out. You guys remember that, and but you also have other things that you can do. So, what would you like to do now?
I say that we finish up our deal with the previous guy, like sell him the scarab, and just to get it off our hands, not have to worry about getting stolen. And then we go to the library.
All right.
Well,
Rusty's just going to follow Sofax. So wherever you go.
well, I was gonna take Logger out to get some more falafels wraps, but I do kind of want to whisper to the facts just from outside of Zone of Truth. That maybe ask him if he knows about our other employer.
How far?
We're it's pretty much you know. All right, let's see. No,
And it
yeah.
says cloud server with the
Yeah.
There's just a black square for
Garner, can you hear us?
Yeah, hold on
Just
just a
thumbs up
second.
if you can hear us, Garner.
Thumbs
No,
up if you
okay.
can hear us.
He's working on it.
Okay, okay,
I'm
gotcha,
working on
gotcha.
it, yeah.
I'll back off.
Perfect.
I'm gonna drop
Backing
out
off.
of I'm gonna drop out of our audio for just a second, and I will be right back. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I mean, Dr. Helith is in charge again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I will officially delegate her for a minute. Yep.
Mhm.
So, Dr. Helith, I think I need like 3 inspiration points. No, I mean you're in charge, right? So. The giveaways, yeah. We're due. We're due. We haven't, nobody's rolled one yet. We're due. So you might as well be the one. This is my contribution to the costume. Well, and I'm also wearing a hood, but also. And it's sort of my stick. So
All right. Can you guys hear me again?
Yes, perfectly, actually.
Yes,
Yep.
we can hear you
Good.
now.
All right. I think that cleaned everything up. And y'all say something one more time. I'll make sure that it hasn't messed up.
Hello.
Something
there
one
you
more
go.
One
time.
more
Yep.
time.
Hello, welcome back.
Shade.
All right, but I'm missing Logger. What's going on with Logger?
On strike. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I wasn't giving Dwarven Ale. I'm very angry. I'm
We're
sorry.
wondering the same thing, actually. What's going on?
We're gonna get a new, we're gonna need a new sand dealer.
Logger.
I'm just.
I don't know why.
The dwarf needs to come back.
The dwarf definitely needs to come back. All right.
Yes.
So, all
It
right.
all started with the amulet of Whirlwind.
It did start with the amulet of whirlwind.
That's
Definitely.
why I stood behind him. Rusty's got my back. All right, no, I've got his back, kind of. Got him a little bit
right.
further back than he'd probably like, but I'm back there.
You're front.
Mhm. All right. Well, Logger, I will keep trying to fix your video. It's not your fault. It's something with the streaming that's going on here, but I'm definitely hearing you just fine. So you are good to go from a playing standpoint. All right. Also, I have Hellcow Keith reconnected already. Can the rest of you reconnect?
Let's try.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try.
And the problem was a resource utilization issue on my end, so I apologize.
Okay, no, you're fine. We understand. I'm in the
No,
middle of
you are
it.
not.
Some of the other
will
things
never forgive you.
some of the other things I was trying to solve for earlier today. Anyway.
Rusty,
Was,
this is time for retribution, right?
Yes.
Whoa, whoa,
There is
whoa, whoa,
always
whoa.
time for retribution.
That's why I'm way outside the zone of truth.
Easy.
More than justice.
Oh,
Clang, clang.
Now it's invisible Dwarven justice. Let's see it coming. I am the knight.
Okay.
I do like the new flowers.
I made it back in.
Yep.
Made it back in.
Good.
I made it back in.
Okay.
Got all
I'm
6
in.
of you. Very good. Very good.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, I was asking, hey, what are we going to do next before things got choppy for me? And what were we saying we were going to go do?
Finish the deal. Go to the library.
Okay.
Right. So first we're going to deal with the amulet of Bushra.
Okay. All right.
Bushira, excuse
Yep.
me.
Yep. Bushira. So you are scheduled to connect with your benefactor later on this afternoon. Doesn't take too long for the after a little bit more with
So do we have like
this
a-
guy. Oh, and but let me just tell you, like he tells you that his name is Pelicos Red. Okay. So Pelicos
Okay.
Red is the guy that was in your apartment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And,
Okay.
So anyway, but you guys have been talking a little bit more, trying to figure out, hey, what, where can we possibly look? What can we do? He likes your idea of, talking or of looking, in the books in the library. That sounds like a very good idea. But not really sure what else could be done.
Question: did we get the name of the guy we just talked to? Was it something red or?
Pelicos Red.
Right.
Is that the guy we just talked to?
Yes, yeah, that's the guy you just
Okay.
talked to.
On the street, I think they call him the Red Pelican. He's noteworthy.
Yeah, he had red hair and red beard like yours.
Definitely not
Lager.
trustworthy.
Yeah.
So we're going to the library because we want to find out more about
Yes.
the artifacts, right? Okay.
Yeah, he's less vertically
finally-
challenged than the dwarf is, though. So
Hey, that's a shot across the higher than the bow.
He may be
So,
taller, but the dwarf does
meta-
have a
meta question
stronger,
here.
lighter beard.
yeah,
Does he
meta
have
question
sand
here.
though?
Yeah, and he probably doesn't get automatic, um, you know, disadvantage for people that are shooting ranged weapons that dwarves do, right? So, I mean, the dwarf is so close to the ground, it's probably considered prone, right? I mean, I'm just asking for
Oh my
rules as
gosh.
written. So,
Oh my God.
I'm not touching it, and that should give you an indicator.
oh, that means I've stepped in it. All right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
if
All
I'm
right.
not touching it, you know better.
So sorry, Chad. I apologize. Anyway, all right. So you guys are you are headed towards the rendezvous point. It's actually a temple to Bushira. And you are shown in by the priests of Bushira, and then you are also led to a back room, which actually has a folding screen set up across half of it, and so about a 10 by 20 room, and you guys are standing in the front half. That's about a 10 by 10 space, while the screen is in the back half. Um,
Okay.
and so, or the screen blocks the back half, and that that behind that screen stands what you assume is your benefactor. In a similar voice to the one that you remember from before, your benefactor says, "Were you successful?"
Yes, we were. How would you like us to give you the scarab?
And he points to a table that is on your side of the screen, and you can actually just set the scarab on the table.
Um,
Wait, wait,
I
can I get
interject.
something? Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I get
I'm
something?
like same time. We don't know this guy. We don't know him. Same time.
Yeah.
Does he have a lazy Susan? We can.
We haven't
Put
gotten the other part, half of the money
Lazy
yet.
Susan.
well, I,
What
I
more
know
can
exactly
you?
where Sakim is coming from because Sakim is
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
right now
Go.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and anyway. All right. So there is no lazy Susan, but who is interjecting here? I mean, obviously Sakim, you're like, wait, yeah, wait, yeah. But what are we saying and doing at this point?
We're waiting for our money.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Uh,
messes with our
as
money.
as
Oh.
I'm talking and as I'm talking, I notice that Sakim is like getting a little jittery. So I'm like, oh wait, how are we going to get our money? Where do we go to retrieve that first?
He says, when you place the scarab on the table there, it will actually automatically appear on the table in place of the scarab.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't get the falafel wrap until I give the pay, and then I get the wrap, and I can eat the wrap. Um, we don't know you. You're very secretive about your identity. That's great, but I really think it's a great idea if we do it samesies. Same time.
While Sakim is talking, I'm going to motion to Rusty and be like, just put it on the table.
Okay.
Like,
Rusty
he
puts
does it anyway.
puts
She's
the
like,
table on
anyway.
the table.
Yeah, good job, Sakim. That was useful. All right, so Rusty, when you lay the scarab, and you Rusty, you have it. Your hands are much larger than say Dr. Hellas' hands were. So when she was looking at it and it took up both of her hands,
Wait.
it fits in one of your hands, Rusty. So Huntress, were you wanting to say something?
Yeah, I don't trust this guy. I was wondering if
I
how
know
far
you don't
away he
trust
is.
him, so
How far away he is from us.
he is very close to you. He's only 5 or 10 feet away, but he's behind this wooden folding screen that separates the entire room.
People in mass should not be trusted.
Well, just to ensure that he is telling us yeah, I don't know. Can we use the zone of truth on him?
I'll be out in the hall.
I don't know.
You could, but I haven't
No,
done
you
it.
need to
So
All right.
I thought about it actually when we came in, but I'm also like, we're just
I
supposed
have
to give him the
this,
thing and he gives us the money.
So,
Oh,
Rusty,
you can do it if you
you've
want.
been given instructions by Sofax.
I'm just putting it on. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
following Sofax's instructions,
Okay.
so I'm just
Okay.
putting the thing on the table.
All right.
All right. So, Rusty, as soon as you lay it on, and it was wrapped in a light linen cloth, but you have it obviously displayed in your hand, and you go and you set it on the table over there.
Damn, I knew I should have done a swap.
As soon as you drop it onto the table, all of a sudden it disappears, and in its place appears a bag. There's a bag now on the table.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I will
What's
open
in
the bag.
You look into the
Severed head.
Oh,
Sorry, wrong.
no,
whose head is it?
no, nope.
Hopefully not
it
Sakim's.
is a bag full of coins. So this does seem to be the rest of your pay that you are due. Okay.
Is it still going to be gold in that bag or platinum in that bag when
It is
an hour from here?
Who knows? But there's platinum in the bag now.
It might be best to check
I
that.
do like that we've really. Yeah, I like that we've drawn out the just get our half payment for the job as long as possible. But it's true.
It's true.
I'd say just have a little faith, guys. You know, not everyone is trying to rob you. Are you trying to rob everyone all the time?
How long have you been in the city?
My whole
I
life,
hold the
and I have
badge
met.
to Sofax, then take a step back.
I'll have you know that in this city there may be some terrible people, but there are also some very nice ones.
At the university. Okay.
That falafel guy, he's great.
Oh yeah, James. I know. He gave me a cutback from everything I brought to him. So I mean, yeah, he's a great guy.
Dude, never mind.
Give
He's
me an extra falafel.
All right. I have placed an additional 450 platinum in the. Not 450 platinum, is it? Let's see.
That guy's paying a lot better.
Yeah. That was
Wow.
that was not. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Let him make the
I have.
mistakes.
It doesn't matter. No, I'm not making any more mistakes. I have put additional platinum in your party sheet. I'll take care of it later. All right.
Okay.
It's enough to pay for whatever you need right now. So.
Okay.
All right.
Did when we come back downstairs and we're going back out to the falafel dealer and all that kind of stuff, I did want to grab my kafia back and see if there was any change in it or if the sermon had just kind of turned everybody off from tossing out coins.
I had a 25 persuasion on my sermon.
So nothing for triple,
I was quite compelling.
nothing for double. I think that's a good 10 GP kind of range.
You
have like
don't
400
find a
platinum.
you know what the funny part of this is if you had put out your boxes because both Dr. Helleth and Rusty I think have alms boxes. So yes, they do. If only you had put those out.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I just I shake off the dust off my kafia and put it back on and just hope I can get some better dust from the dwarf later.
All right.
Long suffering sigh. Sometimes you cast the line, nothing comes in.
Yeah. Is it library time now?
Yeah, sure.
I wouldn't mind going to a library.
Everybody loves the library, and I'd like to see some of the rare books.
But
Next
only
time we're just gonna
Sofax has
do
a library.
we're just gonna do a game show called Zone of Truth. It's gonna be
I don't like
Wait a
that
minute.
show.
I hate that show.
Last week we started a game, or not a game, but a TV show called Dwarven Justice, and now we've got a new
Dwarven
show
Justice.
called
Clang clang.
Zone of Truth.
Yeah, Zone
Mhm.
of Truth. That's Rusty's show.
It's actually a spinoff. So
Yeah.
Yes.
And it looks like
All right, carry on.
Paladin's born in
Do
it.
some
Well, Pelico says,
research, people.
is research the only thing you guys want to do? Shouldn't we ask a few other people that, hey, why didn't you ask that guy?
Which one?
The one you just
one
met
in
with.
Telecos?
The mysterious,
That's
the
what I-
mysterious stranger.
I wanted to do a zone of truth and ask questions.
Oh,
Then
well,
let's get
okay.
him back. Where
But
did
We
he
is
go?
it
just
too
wanted to
late?
exchange money.
Yeah, you guys were focused on the money. Although I love money, I want some money, but I also want some information.
Yeah.
All
We'll
right.
get him back.
Okay. So
Are we outside of the?
you are outside of the temple right now,
Oh.
but
Let's go
that
back
doesn't
in.
mean you
I'm
can't go back
cursing with
in.
my Orcish. What do you guys think? Let's go back in.
Sure, let's
Yeah,
go back.
I'm not excited about the library.
Yeah.
Garner's like, you guys just want to go to the library? That's really what you want to do right now?
But
No.
it's
I'm
cool.
okay with it either way. You know.
Okay. But
All right.
definitely wouldn't
I
mind
mean,
Cherry
the name of the
Priest.
show is Zone of Truth, so I support Huntress
Oh,
here
no.
100%.
Where's that going to be? Just for clarification, because I was going to go with the other team.
Yeah.
We have to stick together. So what are we doing?
Okay, so I'll try and persuade the people.
Mysterious stranger.
Yes.
Ugh.
As much
So,
information as possible.
What do you
when you
call
go
a person
back
who
in-
runs?
Yeah,
What do you
when
call
you
a
go-
person who runs the Temple of Bushira?
A priestess,
Okay, yeah.
priestess of Bushira, high priestess of Bushira.
I'm gonna try and persuade the priestesses of Bushira to let us back in and see the guy.
I think you should go ahead.
Can I help with something?
How would you like to help? Describe what you would do to help.
I have horrific charisma. However, I am a mage. I can enhance her abilities.
I don't need an enhancement. I just rolled a 23.
Oh, you don't? Oh,
Hmm.
you're fine. You don't need me. I'm gonna stand over here far away from Rusty.
Would you like a falafel?
No thanks.
All right. So the priestess says you would be welcome too, but unfortunately he is already gone.
Oh,
What? Where did he go?
do you know where he went?
He comes and goes as he needs, and we do not ask questions.
Okay.
Hidden
But
trail
can the
is.
priestess of Bashira
Who
Now-
is he?
tell us
Yeah.
about
Now,
this? I mean,
give me Dr. Helleth, give me another religion, please.
Give me what?
You're breaking up a little.
I need a
religion
religion
roll?
check.
No.
Yeah,
Religion
give me a-
check from Dr. Helleth.
Oh, religion check. All right. I can do
Yes,
that.
please.
If it's not, it is no.
Break that roll, and we decided on doing another one instead of some sort. Is that it? And do I have an
You're not in
advantage or
charge
anything?
anymore.
No.
I'm afraid you're not the
Five
DM
or more.
anymore.
No. So just a 5, huh? All right, it's okay. I mean, you're not gonna automatically know certain things, but that's okay. You just wouldn't know why something was said the way that it was said. But for Sakim and for Sofax, both of you are knowledgeable again about Bushira, and as Sofax has said multiple times, the followers of Bushira and Bushira herself are have a reputation of goodness and of following the rules. Sakim, that makes you a little bit nervous. So
No,
regardless,
I'm
though,
very comfortable with that.
okay, yeah, right. So, but you feel that they would not be trying to deceive you and would not be trying to do anything untoward. So, Sofax, you don't think that they're trying to mislead you. Okay.
Not that I
Alright.
have a devious mind, but there's a chance that he's deceiving them, and they're just believing his stuff, and then ipso facto, they're lying
Yeah.
accidentally.
Right.
I'm
right.
going to ask the priestess I'm talking to if she has ever heard of the Oculus of Senraba.
Okay. Give me a let's see. What do we need here? All right. I need an additional Arcana check from you, please.
Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
30-22.
All
Take
right. All right. So, the priestess kind of leans over and to one of the acolytes and sends an acolyte running out, and she says, please hold on for just a minute. We may have an expert who might know something about this. And so, yeah, we're just supposed to ignore it, right? It never happened, right, Dr. Helleth? So,
Nothing ever happened.
anyway,
What?
You
What?
can't call me
What?
out like
uh-huh.
that.
Roll a stealth check.
Anyway, so, but she sends one of the acolytes off to the back, and out comes a older priestess. She doesn't look like she's as senior, and she also looks um uh more like uh, uh, a erudite, somebody who is more about education than about necessarily preaching to everybody and whatnot. So she is definitely a little bit different looking, but still wearing the robes of a priestess. And when she comes out, she does tell you, or the original priestess uh, introduces the new woman to you guys, and says that Lady Sarah is actually an expert on ancient artifacts. And she says, Lady Sarah then says, yes, she has heard of the Oculus of Cinderbah. She doesn't know any of the details about it, other than the fact that it was supposed to be one of the ancient artifacts of the Idrisid. Okay, and that specifically they were supposed to uh, have the Idrisid themselves were, and this kind of reminds you so facts, although it's mostly new for you. But she says that the Idrisids were a proud and somewhat arrogant people that recorded their triumphs in the form of statues and monuments and carved pictograms in their buildings. And she says she feels like she has seen something somewhere around the city that reminded her specifically of the Oculus in one of those carvings. She can't remember exactly where it was.
Cutting out a bit. Can't understand you.
Everybody else has sound.
As you can possibly
you're
get your
cutting out.
hand on as well. Yep.
Can you repeat the last part of that? Because you were cutting out.
She recommends that you research as many old texts as you can get your hands on.
Basically, go to a library. I think it's
What?
what it's telling us.
Library time.
I'll be at the bar checking out all the information there.
Okay, yeah. Collecting cultural information is just as important.
There's books at the bar, I'm sure. Menus, order sheets, high scores and games.
So,
Considering we
with
just got
this-
paid, I'm
Well,
gonna probably hang out with a dwarf.
And considering you just got paid, the main priestess points to their alms box right there in the temple.
I think that's great. We should probably put some desert flowers around that to really kind of perk it up and get people's notice as they walk past. I think that'd be great.
I'm going to put
Maybe
a
some flour?
platinum. I'm going to put a platinum thing in their alms box.
All right.
I tell her
She
bless
raises-
you. Or tell him bless you.
Yeah, she raises a stern eyebrow at you, Sofax.
What did you put on there?
What's wrong with platinum?
She points to the bag that you're holding.
I sneak out while she's doing this.
A bag of coins? Are you kidding me?
I feel like it's kind of a weird thing for us to go to the temple. They give us money for returning a sacred artifact, and then they're like, "Now give us all the money back."
Yeah, I snuck out. I was like,
I'm just going to wave to her and go on my way.
I
Mhm.
gave them some good
You gave a
suggestions.
platinum.
Yeah. What if
You know,
they-
They were mean to the only person that gave them anything. What kind
Well-
of light God is?
All right. So you feel like you're being shamed as you walk out of the as you walk out of the temple to Bushira. I mean,
Yeah.
No.
If they were wanting offerings, then they should have probably told us that before. We didn't
Uh,
bring any gifts.
I'm concerned about our reputation now.
hmm
You know, I was wondering that. I'll ask this later, but I was wondering, what is everyone's sort of reputation here? Like, how did all of you come to Chentoufi? I know that Sofax is.
Yeah, Sakeem,
a
what's your
local and-
reputation, buddy?
I work the marketplace. I help other vendors connect with each other, and sometimes they give me a cutback of coin. Just I do know the falafel dealer, but that was good, great food, right? So I just try to put people that need things with people who offer things, and then I make that connection. That's sort of what I do. Oh, by the way, I was going to go by another stand that I know nearby that has really, really good food. If you guys want to come with me.
Is it more falafel?
No more falafel.
You seem to have a great interest in food.
Well, kebabs are good. Who
Like,
doesn't?
It takes a lot of time and money.
Well, we weaker people do need to ingest some sort of fuel. It's sort of like you have your magical ruins empowering you. We need the food to kind of empower us. And there's an excellent kebab dealer right down that way.
I think
Would
I-
all
I
of you
think
give
we-
me a perception check while you're chatting? Keep chatting, but everybody give me a perception check.
Mhm.
I mean, who doesn't love a kebab?
Can I use insight, or is it got to be perception?
It needs to be perception.
Wisdom? No.
This is just perception
Oh,
check.
I got a
All
20.
right. There's our first 20. All right.
Dwarven justice.
All right.
First one.
That's what you get for locking out my picture.
We got our
Come back
first
with a
20
vengeance.
and our first natty 1. Great job, Rusty, on the natty 1. Lager, you have earned everybody else the giveaway. All right. So right now we are going to, and just as a reminder, if you have not entered the giveaway, you can type !GC giveaway. So I'll give people just another minute or two to get that in, but we will go ahead and give away one of the sets of dice that we had. So you want to, one more time, Huntress, you want to show us that that set of dice? You got those in front of you? Oh yeah, there you are. And everybody, these are absolutely great quality dice, and obviously we have the nice blue color as well.
Lapis.
Mm-hmm.
blue.
Very nice, very nice. Excellent. All right. Well, we will
Is
go
Luke going to
ahead.
sign the bottle or the
Is he
tube?
gonna sign the
The
dice?
Or the
side of
inside
the
or-
bottle.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead though, and we'll give away the first one right now. All right.
Mhm.
We will roll it. All right, Jimmy Perez. Jimmy Perez, you have a new set of dice. Very nice,
Woohoo,
Jimmy.
Congratulations.
All right.
Congrats,
So,
Jimmy.
yep. So, Jimmy, I will send you a message here in a minute, and we will get your information, and we will be able to send you a thing of dice. All right. So, what you discover from this lager is that you see Pelicos Red slipping around a corner, and he looks back over his shoulder, and he's not looking at you. He's looking across the square, and he seems to be looking at maybe she's a woman. She's dressed in all white robes with a shawl that seems to be covering her head, and with a natty 20 lager, you realize she is an elven female as well. and give me an insight check too, Logger.
Do I notice any of this with my roll or no?
With your paltry 19, yes, you do notice part of this. You don't realize that she is, you don't, you realize that Pelicos was slipping around the corner, and you realize that she seems to be watching you as a group. But you don't realize any of the rest. Logger
Okay.
14, yeah, I think I think a 14 is not. I think I know that a 14 is adequate. Um, but
How about a
you
12?
Notice
also
this with my one.
no, you notice absolutely nothing, Rusty. You were busy looking back into the temple at something that was going on there. So
I was just trying to puzzle out the whole like them demanding them to
Food.
maintain the
Yeah.
Kovacs.
that's
Like
exactly
the
you
whole
were.
thing is still very
You,
strange to
you
me.
didn't understand, and you were thinking really hard about it, and you didn't pay any attention to what was going on in
Yep.
the street. That's right.
This
All right.
money thing seems strange to me in general. It's like the food.
Yep.
It's
So
worse.
Lager, she also steps around the corner in the opposite direction from Pelicos Red. Okay? So you can Scooby do it, go after both of them. You can go after one. What do you want to do?
Can I get Sakim's attention to point at the elven woman?
Oh, absolutely. I'm right there with you.
I'm not known for my stealth either. Just saying.
All right.
Can you turn into like a bug or a cat or something and be stealthy?
That I can.
If you can give me some of that sand, I'll give you, my kebabs, and then I can go check out and see what's going on with her.
That sounds good.
Sounds like a good plan.
Okay.
Yeah. I,
On my
No, but I'm on the YouTube right now.
Okay.
You
It
guys
says on
again.
for
all right. Yes, sir. Impromptu break. I think impromptu break is a good idea if anybody needs. That sounds amazing. Let's be frozen. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I refreshed
Oh my
it. It's
gosh.
still frozen for me as
playing
well.
it. They're not letting us play. The gremlins aren't letting us play.
Oh,
no.
can you hear me?
It's actually yes, we can hear you now.
Yep.
Okay.
Can hear you now. Can hear you now.
Well, I
I can hear you
apologize. I
now.
don't know why those gremlins keep
Mhm.
doing this, but I will make sure this problem gets fixed before next time. All right. So, despite the fact that you still haven't taken off that effect that gives you the extra +10, which maybe I ought to take off instead, but
I tried to, and I can't.
I know
unfortunately.
exactly what your roll is, and your roll is still actually a
A 30,
30.
a dirty
The
30.
a dirty 30. That's just all sorts of wrong.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I do
Right.
what I do, you know.
You are
But
easily able
yeah, I
to
can't take
fade
off
into
the
the
other
shadows.
thing.
I'll
It
take
also
care of
says I'm unconscious, so and
it.
prone.
You are easily.
Well, you know, I mean, that's a problem too.
I mean, apparently Sakim's got problem. Maybe I should have had that elixir to cure some disease.
Mhm. All right. Not sure why, but yes, we will take care of it. All right. So, um, you are easily able to slip around the corner. What I also need from you, though, is I need a perception or survival check from you. Okay?
Okay, we are definitely going to go with perception. You want it in the tower or out in the open?
Out in the open is just fine. Oh, dang you.
Wow. Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
You
I
are
got one job.
easily,
I got one job.
you are easily able to track her down. You fade into the shadows. Nobody sees you. And you are actually standing in front of her when she turns around to slip away even farther.
That's good.
All right, I
Mhm.
continue to I continue to trail her just to
And
see
she
what's going on.
goes to the library.
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to need to
Does
fill out a form
not
to get
go
a
immediately
card.
to the library, but
The only person with a card is Silfax.
Yes, exactly.
so
Of course I
when
have a
she
card.
thinks that she's out of sight of you, Sakim, out of sight of your party, she turns around and starts, kind of looking back in that direction.
Okay. Well, I just kind of keep walking by. I kind of use my, not too pretty, not too ugly, just everyman face to just kind of keep walking behind her. Like I'm going about stuff.
Right.
If I see anything like a basket or some goods beside me that I can kind of quickly grab and act like I'm carrying it, I do so to try to blend in a little bit
You
further.
you are so you are following her, and she goes back and starts watching the rest of the group now.
Okay.
So you're watching her watching us. I mean,
Yeah.
this is getting very meta.
This is 3
This is where I shine.
She's clearly watching you.
What is she wearing? What does she have on her that I can see?
So I've actually got, I think, a picture of this one too. I will show it to
Oh,
you.
good.
Yeah.
That did
Okay.
work. Mm.
All right. Is that it? Uh, no. I take it back. I do not have this one. Sorry. So I will describe it again. Describe her again. So she is a elven female clad in all white robes with a shawl covering her head and much of her face. Okay.
I'm guessing it's probably more leprosy, but she doesn't have anything like on her belt or anything like that.
Nope. Here is a picture. Yeah,
Okay.
there's one. There we go. Okay.
I like her jewelry.
All right.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay, we can
Okay.
steal it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can we
To get some information, then
can
you
we
can
proceed and talk? Yeah, and talk to her. See,
Well,
investigate her.
I pick up the basket that I had grabbed and I kind of bump into her and I make an attempt at grabbing some of her jewelry.
Okay. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand roll, please.
All right, will do. Yeah, right. It's not my best. Yep.
This is where you get the nat 1.
Oh my
Nope.
gosh.
Oh,
Oh my god.
nice.
Nat 20.
Your
I
dice are
I
letting
guess
you
we gotta I
down.
guess we gotta go ahead and give the next one away too here, right? So we can do that. But
Yes, sir.
yes, Natty 20,
Yay.
you
Hey, you're welcome, whoever.
immediately. Yep, you immediately are able to take a pouch off of her belt. When you look into that pouch, you see that there are a couple of small gems as well as a number of gold coins.
Okay, that's going to happen later because this is not amateur hour. So after I bump into her and I pocket that, I just tell her, hey, can I offer you some? I mean, for a few small copper coins, I can introduce you to some of the vendors here. I see you're looking around and might need some assistance.
Ooh.
Is there something I can assist with?
All right. Well, she definitely realizes that that you are one of the ones that she was looking for after you do that. You didn't try to do anything to disguise yourself or anything like that. So she realizes
Well, I
that
have a
you
basket.
yeah, a basket. Good job.
Oh gosh.
All right. But she's kind of like deer in the headlights, looking like she's about to run.
All right, I give her the eyebrow, my best eyebrow.
Oh, the eyebrow. That's serious.
And I'm like,
Mm.
is there something you need to talk to our group about? Oh, that's much better eyebrow than mine.
I know I was made to eyebrow.
That was amazing.
Yay.
That was a
I don't have
Gygax eyebrow.
eyebrows.
I had to raise my eyebrow at your eyebrow and how awesome it was. But yeah, so what does she do at that point in time?
Well, she says,
I
you
do
know,
have
she
a
kind of
plan in
calms
mind
down,
if
like
she,
like her shoulders are rigid, when she's getting ready to run. But then after you give her the eyebrow, she kind of is like, yeah, she's been caught. She's like, what?
well, I mean, you can just come talk to us because we have some questions too about some of the people that are trying to interact with us. So, I mean, maybe you could come talk to us and we could work out something. Maybe you have a sideline
Fine,
deal that I can assist
fine.
with. I mean, I'm all about the side job. So if you got something that you need to talk to me before we go talk to the rest of the group, we can do that as well. So whatever works.
She says, I ask your questions. Take me to them and let them ask questions. Whatever.
So,
I know
well,
she could be the next contestant on Zone of Truth.
oh Lord.
Oh, no.
Then I'm going to go ahead and ask a couple questions real quick. I was like, well, I am going to have to, my friends also saw you. You were doing a really good job with the sneaky, but some of them have some special abilities, and they were able to detect you. Let's you and I talk. What exactly are you trying to do? And then I can possibly put a positive light on that when I introduce you to my friends.
She says, maybe you should pay me for some of this information.
Um,
Everybody's
It seems
offering
like-
money. Like suddenly it's like the
it
temple
seems like you
money.
want more of our information than I need yours. So,
Eh,
I mean, I'm not new to this city. I've been on these marketplaces. I've been on these streets. I know the haggle. So that was a good first round. Let's go with the second round. So what is it worth for you to get information from me?
she says, I don't need any additional information from you.
Clearly, you're watching us.
Maybe. Maybe
Show
I
the
wasn't
eyebrow
watching
again.
you. Maybe I was watching somebody else who was with you previously.
Somebody with a better eyebrow. Oh, previously. You mean the Red Pelican?
She says, we know who the Red Pelican is.
All right. Then I'm guessing you're not talking about him then. So I guess if we're at an impasse, we can just go talk to our friends.
In Zone of Truth.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do not
Okay.
explain that to her. I do not explain that part.
All right. So, you, I assume you guys find an appropriate place to
Yes. Not around people.
Talk.
with big
I just-
ears.
We're kind of halfway in an alleyway, so I just kind of wave him over. I'm like, my buddy in the armor, you're really going to want to tell him everything you know.
Mm.
All right.
And I wouldn't try. He's much faster than he looks, so I wouldn't try to run. Ugh. I mean, the last guy, I still have nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
I have nightmares. I mean, there was so much squishy. Ugh.
All right.
So I back
Rusty.
off, especially before he does his deal. I get a couple of 15, maybe 20 feet away.
Okay.
I asked the dwarf if he wants another kebab.
Rusty, well, how do you do this?
So I would step forward and say, "You wish to speak to us." How should we do that?
Not really.
We wish to speak to you, apparently, and we wish you to speak the truth. And
Wow.
all his,
Okay.
his runes glow, and sure, I'll cast another Zone of Truth.
All right.
I'll ask her who she is.
All right. She tells you, Sofax, that her name is Elidrissa, and she is this of the Sisterhood of Mezuzah.
Is that who the Oculus was tied to, or is that was a Sen someone?
Senrabah is the.
Senrabah.
Oculus of
Yeah.
Senrabah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sisterhood of Mezuzah. Two different things.
Yep.
Okay. Mezuzah. Should have known it was a Mezuzah.
Do I know anything about these? The Sisterhood of
That's a
Mezuzah?
good question. Give me a history check. This would not be an Arcana check, just a history check.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 21.
Right?
Just
Okay.
bang.
We're getting the good
Yeah.
roll.
Guess you're doing all right. All right. So yes, you've heard of the sisterhood, and they have a reputation for wanting to prevent some of the mistakes of the past.
What sorts of mistakes? Like large scale mistakes, or are they like?
Yes, so definitely large scale mistakes. So basically the reputation is that, obviously there were massive uh, uh, there was actually a massive uh, uh, catastrophe that went along with losing most of the magic and other things like that when the original Yggdrasil disappeared. And so, anyway, it's things like that they would want to prevent from happening. Generally, a positive reputation, but with that dirty 21, you would also know that they're not above, using force to do certain things.
Did you explain, Sakim, that she was surreptitiously watching us? Or did you
Well,
just bring her
I
up?
wasn't the only one that saw her. So we actually, several of us knew. So, but yeah, when I brought her over, I made her kind of admit to it before I got heck and high water out of the Zone of Truth.
So, without knowing any of what Sofax has said, I would certainly say, "Why were you watching us?"
So she tells you that she has heard what Pelicos is seeking, and she says that her sisterhood is interested in the Eye of Sinrabah as well.
Why?
Oh.
Because artifact.
Artifact? You want all artifacts?
She says, no, we don't want all artifacts. We just want to make sure that artifacts aren't being.
Want to make sure they're left in C2. I mean, that's kind of personal,
Oh,
but
God.
I mean,
Oh, you mean his computer?
yeah, I mean, oh, you mean his computer? Oh, sorry. So that's where that got pulled from. So.